Have you ever wondered how a simple pen actually works? We're tracing the journey from ancient reed pens to today's ballpoint pens, where a tiny rotating ball transfers ink smoothly onto paper. You'll see how factories mold plastic barrels, watch assembly lines snap components together, and discover the chemistry behind ink. By the end, you'll never look at a pen the same way again.
Welcome to Goalie's Pip Academy.
This tool is fundamental to human civilization, yet we take it completely for granted. The modern pen represents one of the most elegant solutions to a problem that plagued humanity for thousands of years. How do you get liquid to flow onto a surface in a controlled, precise way without making a mess? At its core, pen manufacturing is the industrial process of transforming raw materials, plastics, metals, and chemical compounds into precision writing instruments through injection molding, high-speed assembly, and quality control. Around 3000 BCE, ancient Egyptians cut reeds from riverbanks, sharpened one end, and dipped them into ink made from soot and water. The problem? Ink flow was unpredictable. Too much and you'd have a blob. Too little and you'd get nothing. For 5,000 years, humans tried quills from bird feathers, brushes from animal hair, and metal nibs constantly dipped into inkwells. This precision separates a pen that writes for years from one that fails in days. Let's pause. What is the key innovation in modern ballpoint pens that allows ink to transfer smoothly onto paper? Is it A, a sponge tip that absorbs and releases ink? B, a tiny rotating ball engineered with precision? C, a pressurized ink chamber that sprays onto paper? Or D, a heated metal tip that melts ink? It's B, a tiny rotating ball engineered with precision.
Hey, you're watching Goalie's Pip Academy, where we teach about science, geography, history, everything about the whole world. If you want to watch these classes with no ads, no distractions, go to getgoalie.com.
The ball is usually made from tungsten carbide, one of the hardest materials on Earth, second only to diamonds. The ball must rotate potentially millions of times without wearing down, because even microscopic wear would change how the pen writes. This is why a cheap pen might write well for a week, while a quality pen writes for years. Now let's step inside a modern pen factory. The process starts with plastic pellets, typically polystyrene or polypropylene, chosen because they're cheap, durable, and easy to mold. The pellets feed into a hopper, heat until molten, then inject at high pressure into precision steel molds. The mold closes. In less than 3 seconds, molten plastic at around 200 degrees Celsius is injected into a cavity shaped like a pen barrel. A single injection molding machine can produce thousands of pen barrels per hour. Once barrels are molded, they move to assembly. High-speed lines operate at incredible speeds. Multiple components, barrel, ink cartridge, ballpoint tip, cap, sometimes a spring, fit together in fractions of a second. Machines use pneumatic systems to grab parts, rotate them, and snap them together with precise force. Vision systems with cameras inspect each pen. Is the barrel cracked? Is the tip aligned? Is the cap seated correctly? Failed pens get automatically rejected. At peak efficiency, modern factories produce tens of thousands of pens per hour. Quality control follows. Random samples undergo torture tests, dropped from specific heights, used to write continuous lines for kilometers, stored in extreme temperatures. Let's pause. In the industrial manufacturing of pens, molten plastic is injected into molds to create which part? Is it A, the ink cartridge, B. The ballpoint tip. C. The pen barrel. Or D. The spring mechanism. The answer is C. The pen barrel. The barrel is the largest component, defining the pen's shape, feel, and brand identity. While tips require metal machining and cartridges need different plastics compatible with ink chemistry, now let's talk about ink. Ink is not just colored water. It's a precisely engineered chemical formulation. It must be thick enough not to leak when not in use, but thin enough to flow smoothly when writing. It must dry quickly on paper, but not inside the pen. This is where viscosity comes in, the measure of a fluid's resistance to flow. Honey has high viscosity. Water has low viscosity. Ballpoint ink sits between, but closer to honey. The specific viscosity is calibrated based on ball size and typical writing pressure. Ballpoint ink is usually oil-based, made from dyes or pigments suspended in thick oil solvent. When the ball rotates, friction and pressure force the viscous ink onto the ball, which transfers it to paper. When ink touches paper, solvents evaporate and oils oxidize, hardening pigments in place within seconds. Paper is porous, made of interwoven cellulose fibers. Ink seeps into these fibers, helping it stay in place and resist smudging. One final question. Viscosity, the thickness of a liquid, affects how well a pen writes. Is that A, true, or B, false? The answer is A, true. Viscosity is why you can't pour fountain pen ink into a ballpoint pen. Fountain pen ink has low viscosity, designed to flow through narrow channels via capillary action. Ballpoint ink has high viscosity, designed to flow only when pressure and rotation are applied. The ballpoint pen brought prices down so much that writing became accessible to everyone. Today, billions of pens are manufactured yearly. The global pen market is worth over $20 billion. Even in our digital age, premium pens thrive. Tolerances on quality ballpoint pen tips are so precise that if you scaled the ball to Earth's size, the acceptable margin of error would be about the height of a 2-story building. Pen manufacturing is a testament to human ingenuity, solving a 5,000-year problem with materials science, precision engineering, and chemistry. Next time you pick up a pen, look at that tiny tip. Think about the tungsten carbide ball spinning inside its socket, the engineers who calculated exact ink viscosity, the factory where molten plastic was injected in 3 seconds. That pen isn't just a tool. It's a miracle of modern manufacturing, holding thousands of years of human innovation at its tip.
My mind is blown! Where can I learn more about these videos? Oh yeah, getgoalie.com. There's no ads, there's no junk, just cool stuff for kids and a dedicated tablet. Check it out, getgoalie.com.